That was a good move, wasn't it?
I really enjoyed that.
Well, of course you did, because it was amazing. I got the moves at the start.
Oh, yeah. So funky. Hey there, I'm Hannah.
And I'm Hugh, and welcome to In3000, your weekly dose of all things culture in Melbourne. We've got a jam-packed show tonight, featuring all the details on upcoming events not to be missed for June.
We take a look at what goes on at the Rose Street Artist Markets every weekend in Fitzroy. We'll also be meeting Lucy Wise and Misha Herman, musicians who run open studio nights every Wednesday down in Northcote.
And we're lucky enough to have members of Polo Pathway here for a little chat about their upcoming EP release and to give us the lowdown on their 7 gigs in 7 days. They're also going to perform for us their upcoming single, Dressed for Success, right here in the studio. Hannah?
Yeah, that's all coming up later in the show. But now, if you're looking for something crafty, head on down to Fitzroy this weekend. Based on similar markets around the world selling only handmade pieces, the Rose Street Artist Markets has grown from former junkyard into one of Melbourne's hidden treasures. Beck Simpson checked it out for us.
Located behind the hustle and bustle of Brunswick Street, on any given weekend you'll find up to 70 emerging and established artists selling their goods. Grab something new and modern, or something vintage inspired to impress your gran. Find something pretty for your girlfriend, or something kooky enough to scare your flatmate. So what kind of stuff do you sell here?
Well, I make all my own jewellery, and we start off with large illustrations and then modify it on the computer and print them off as plastic jewellery and then sell them.
Artists can sell and display their work without high-priced gallery commissions, so you're sure to find some of the most unique underground creations that Melbourne has to offer. The market also often has live entertainment, and it's good to know that after a long day of perusing through the stalls, that they have a lovely little cafe to grab a bite to eat, or of course, a coffee.
Some really cute stalls down there.
Yeah, delightful.
Yeah, so be sure to check it out. The markets are open every Saturday and Sunday from 11 AM till 5 PM. They even have their own website where you can look up individual artist pages. And while you're there, check out something completely different at Naked for Satan, a tapas bar on nearby Brunswick Street, where you'll be welcomed by one of the classiest security guards in town. The ceilings are high and the atmosphere is warm, and you can get lost in their wine collection. And you'll simply marvel at the interior design of this place.
Alternatively, for a cheaper option, grab yourself a $4 pizza at Bimbo's. They've also got that wicked whisper room as well. If you're a music lover, don't leave without rummaging around Polyester Records. Great store. And checking out the upcoming gigs at the Evelyn. More for music lover, Crits are at Cenis. Checked out Lucy Wise and Misha Herman at the pretty little neat venue in Northcote.
Located in Melbourne's northern suburbs lies this Irish jewel. Its warm surroundings provides a backdrop to some of Australia's lead folk artists. Artists such as Misha Barton and Lucy Wise have been performing together in a variety of successful folk bands, such as String Theory, Rant and The Wise Girls. With Misha on piano, accordion, and Lucy on guitar, ukulele, and Appalachian decima. They draw influence from Appalachian and Irish folk music. Lucy's sweet voice sings original songs that are all about people and the small things that illuminates everyday life.
Lucy Wise and Misha Herman are playing at open studios every Wednesday night in June, with a different folk music performer opening each show. Check out their website for more information. Now we're lucky enough to have 2 members of a local group called Apollo Pathway in us with the studio today. Apollo Pathway debuted in late 2010 with Creme de la Cranca, and more recently have been getting some attention with their single Never Ending Story. I'm going to have a chat with them about their journey up until now and what's been on for the future. Come on out, guys.
I remember when you used to come into my room and tell me.
Now Tex and Chriso, what are you guys playing Apollo Pathway? What's your part in the band?
Well, I play guitar and lead singer.
And I'm lead guitars.
Now you guys started off with a band called Sneeko and you moved to Apollo Pathway. Tell us about the change. Does that mean a new musical direction for you guys?
Yeah, definitely. Sneeko was more of a pop sound, and yeah, as we progressed musically, we went for a more rockier direction, and yeah, and a change of name.
Beautiful. Tell us about being in a band with some of your best mates. What's that like? Does it ever get difficult or harder than it would be to play in a band with people you don't really friends with?
No, we've all been real close friends from high school upwards, and we've got our ups and downs, but the ups most certainly outweigh the downs. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys had a single launch in April for Never Ending Story. Tell us about that. How'd that go, and what's been the response since then?
Yeah, we launched it at the East Brunswick Club on Lygon Street, and we got a fair few people down and a lot of unfamiliar faces, some new fans, which is
lovely.
promising.
Always good.
And then we had a fair bit of radio play interstate and in Victoria as well, and that was so lovely to our users. It's just beautiful. Some fans interstate contacted us on the web, and it's all fresh for us, so it's really exciting times for us. Yeah.
You guys were telling me before the show that there was a girl that had one of your tracks on her ringtone.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Yeah, awesome. From WA.
Yeah,
she contacted us and let us know that she had our Never Ending Story single on her ringtone.
Lovely.
It's awesome.
Attacking all media forms.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, you guys are on YouTube with 7 gigs in 7 days, a guerrilla gig that you guys did. Tell us about that.
Well, yeah, we bought the van and we thought we were going to jazz it up, so we covered it in posters and we stuck masking tape all across the side panels of the car with Apollo Pathway.
Nice.
And we basically just rocked up to random venues. Yeah. And pretty much our drummer was in the back, and yeah, we pretty much rocked up and started playing to random people.
Beautiful.
It was good response.
Now,
good lollies.
Yeah, they're good, aren't they?
Wasn't expecting such quality.
Here. We splurged here on this show.
Yeah.
Now, tell us about your clip for Never Ending Story. How'd that go?
Well, we've got a photographer who came down and just took around 4,000 still images.
Beautiful.
Of us playing live and rehearsing and a sub-storyline.
Yeah.
And we edited it all together to make the film clip. It's done on a really tight budget. And it came together well. We put as much creativity in it as we could, and we think it pulled off. It did what it needed to do.
Yeah.
Now, you also shot a clip for A Dress for Success. Tell us about the differences between the two.
Well, this was a live performance, and it was a much higher budget.
Yeah.
And it was really good. We got pampered. We got the makeup put on us and all that. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, it was in a studio, and we got Tooth and Claw, a production company, to come down and film it and direct it, and they just did a bang-on job and had it edited like that, like a 4-day turnaround.
Yeah.
And it came across really well. We're really happy with it.
Definitely got the results.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Now, there's one question that I'd love to ask you guys. If your band was the love child of 2 bands, who would be the mum and who would be the dad? What bands would they be?
The mother would be Jimmy Eat World.
Yep.
With some beautiful harmonies. And
the father.
Ooh, the father. Maybe a Weezer or a Foo Fighters.
Lovely, beautiful.
Yeah.
Now tell us what's going on in June, guys.
At the moment, we're in the studio recording 5 new tracks, and then we're releasing the current EP on July 1st at the Evelyn, and then follow up with an East Coast tour.
Beautiful. Well, thank you very much for coming on, guys. They'll be doing a performance for us later on, but while they're setting up, we're going to go to Hannah for what's going on in 3000 this week.
Now, if you're cruising around Melbourne this month, here are a few entertaining gigs and events not to miss. Be sure to check out Ghoul and Collarbone, who are playing a joint gig at the Northcote Social Club on the 5th of June. Tutankhamun, Golden Age of the Fairies, is on in town until the 6th of November at the Melbourne Museum. you should take your mummy. Burlesque Hour Loves Melbourne is on from the 17th of June to the 31st of July, featuring Melbourne icons unzipped and unplugged. From the 4th of June to the 13th of June, head on down to the 2011 Melbourne International Jazz Festival, which invites you to take a wide-eyed, joyful step into the world of jazz. AMCI Sean Gladwell stereo sequences from the 1st of June till the 14th of November. With free entry, it's a hypnotic new work by groundbreaking Australian video artist. And don't miss the gorgeous Kylie Minogue Aphrodite Le Folie Tour on the 14th to the 16th of June. It's her most extravagant concert yet. $20 million production values guaranteed to please the viewer. And last but not least, Odd Future Wolfgang Kill Them All are playing at the Band Room on the 3rd of June. A 10-deep collective who are one of the most hyped bands on the scene at the moment. So I hope to see you at this month's Hotspots. That's all from me this week. Over to you, Hugh.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Hannah. You'll have to wait until the 1st of July to catch Apollo Pathway. They'll be launching their new single, Dress for Success, at the Evelyn Hotel in Brunswick Street. But to take us out tonight, we've got a very special acoustic performance of that single. Don't forget to tune in next week for What's On in July. Catch you later.
Close your eyes and make a wish. Touch the sky if you persist. You've got what it takes. So don't slip away, so don't slip away. And with luck, you'll find that you made the life that you prayed for when you were young. I believe that you